Good morning, students. Today we start with the new chapter, that is vector. So your vector chapter that we start here, that is the very important chapter, that is vector. So in the 11th standard, you have seen about the vector. So simply I express here vector. What is meant by vector? So vector, how can we define the vector? Suppose this is the line that take an arrowed line, we can say that. So any line segment having the arrow in one direction. So this segment means, suppose this is segment AB and it has the direction. So we can say that it is a line segment having the direction. So very simple way we can define the vector. It is a directional line. It is a directional line. Directional line means it has the direction and the magnitude both. Therefore, it is called a directional line. And this is called a directional line segment. Directional line segment. It is called a vector, and this vector is denoted by, we have taken this A B from A to B, means you can represent this vector as a AB bar. If you want to take the two letters A and B, this is the initial point and this is the terminal point. The vector can be represented by two letters, that is AB, headed by arrow, and this is read as vector AB, that is AB bar. If you want to express it by a single letter, you can write it by A bar only, B bar, C bar, by single small letters or alphabet. So it is a directional line segment. It means that vector is defined as a directional line segment. It has direction as well as segments, means it has the particular magnitude, and therefore if you measure this A to B, you will get the magnitude and this arrow gives the direction. Therefore it is a directional line segment that we have seen in the 11th standard. Now magnitude of this, suppose this is the vector, this magnitude of this vector AB, magnitude of vector AB, that is given by absolute value of AB bar, or if you want to express it by A bar, that is suppose A bar, vector A bar, its magnitude will be mod of A bar, read as mod of A bar. So in this way we can write the magnitude of any vector. If you want the vector B bar, then we can write the magnitude of B bar as mod of B bar. So in this way this vector can be defined, its magnitude can be taken. Now we come to the type of vectors here. This has been seen in the 11th standard. Now we come to the types of vectors here. In the short we discuss these vectors here. First vector is zero vector. What is meant by zero vector? I don't take the definitions here. What is meant by zero vector? Zero vector is denoted by O bar, and it is called a zero vector because its magnitude of 0 bar is 0. Means magnitude is 0. So very easily we can define the vector having the magnitude 0 is called a zero vector. Then we define the unit vector. Unit means 1. If you take the E bar as a unit vector and its magnitude is 1, that is mod of E bar is equal to 1. then it is called a bar is called a unit vector, or any vector. If you take the a bar here, a bar, and if you want to say that this a bar is a unit vector, means definitely you must have the knowledge mod of a bar is equal to 1. So very easily we define a bar is called a unit vector if and only if mod of a bar is equal to 1, means its magnitude of the vector is 1. So in this way we can define the unit vector. Then we come to the coterminal vectors. Coterminous vector. What is meant by coterminous vector? So here, if you take the two vectors, this is a vector, suppose a bar, and this is suppose b bar, and this is the common point. Its common point. Suppose this is O. So any two vectors a bar and b bar having the common terminus point, common terminus point or common terminal point, then these vectors are called coterminous vectors. Now we can take another example also. This is suppose your b bar and suppose this is your a bar. So and this is the common point, common terminal. So again these two vectors are called coterminous vector. Why? Because their terminal point, that is the vertex is same. Vertex is same, that is the common terminal is there. Means if you read this vector a bar, then its terminus is suppose this is O, and if you read this vector as b bar, its again terminus is O. Therefore, these vectors a bar and b bar are called the coterminal vectors. Then we come to the negative of a vector. Negative of a vector, we can write here also coterminous vectors. These are the unit vectors. Then we come to the negative of a vector. Negative. How can we define the negative of a vector? So it is again very easy. If you take the vector a bar and if you take the vector minus a bar, so we can say that minus a bar is the negative of the vector a bar. So what is the difference between these two vectors? So these vectors are same. If you consider this vector as a bar, so it's a to b. So this vector will be a bar. It's whatever the magnitude ab. And if you take the vector b to a, means in this direction, b to a means again the distance, this magnitude will be same, but its direction is reversed. That is, direction is reversed, and therefore we can say that a bar and minus a bar, they are the negative vectors. Negative of the vectors means they are negative of each other. So here same vector having the different directions, they are called the negative of vectors, or they are the negative of each other. So very easy, because magnitude is same here. Magnitude is same, only direction is same. This a to b and this is b to a. So therefore they are called the negative of vectors. Negative of vectors is denoted by minus. Here only minus gives the direction, and it is not general minus. It gives the direction here, because these vectors having the same magnitude. Then we come to the collinear vectors. So this is the very important part here. Collinear vectors. Two vectors are said to be collinear vectors. Collinear vectors. A bar and B bar are said to be collinear. So what is meant by collinear? Collinear means along the same direction. Suppose this is the vector A bar and suppose this is a vector v bar. This is a vector v bar. Means its terminal is same. This is a bar up to this, suppose, and this is O to B bar, O to B, that is in this direction. This is vector b bar. So having the same terminal means, how can you define these collinear vectors? Means vector a bar and b bar, they are along the same line. Along the same line, they are called the collinear vectors. And one thing, that the property is a very important. Two vectors are said to be collinear if and only a bar is equal to k times b bar. A bar is equal to k times b bar, or b bar is equal to k times a bar. So what is the meaning of this? Very important property of the collinearity. Means one of the vector can be expressed as multiple of other where k is constant. Where k is constant. So this property, suppose this vector up to, suppose this is a, has the magnitude 5, and this vector from O to B up to this magnitude is 10. So what can you write here according to this property? 10 is equal to, I write here 10 is equal to 2 into 5. See here, magnitude of vector a bar is 5, that is a bar is 5, k is 2, and b magnitude of the vector b bar is 10. So 10 can be expressed, vector b bar can be expressed as multiple of a bar, means it is 2 times a bar, 2 into 5, that is 10. So this is the property for collinearity. So this property is very important property and applicable property in the problems. Then we come to the equal vector. So this is a very simple. This is a bar and this is vector b bar. They are said to be equal vectors if and only if their magnitude is same. Means they are equal vectors. Suppose this is 5 and this is 5, then we can say that these vectors having the same magnitude, they are called equal vectors. And then last type of vector is scalar multiple of a vector. So scalar multiple of vector is like this. This is a scalar and this is the multiple k times a bar. Means any vector a bar can be expressed multiplied by k, means it is multiple any vector multiple of other vector. So that is k times a bar. This is called the multiple of a bar, and k is the scalar. Therefore, it is a scalar multiple of a vector. So in this way, we can write the definitions of all these vectors. Now, this collinear vectors, this property is very important, because on the basis of this, we have to solve the many problems. So this property to be remembered very well.